Who shot?
Who shot?
Who shot Clint?
I don't know. Why are you asking me for? I love Clint.
Love him? Isn't he a married man?
Look, I know what he is. I loved him. We were together. I have no reason to shoot him.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. Of course.
Maybe he couldn't give you what you wanted, so you took revenge to try to get rid of him.
What did I want from him? What do you mean?
I don't know. You tell me.
I already know who shot Clint. I walked in the house and Ashton Banks was standing over my husband's body with the gun in his hand. Why am I here?
Man, we're just going to ask you a couple of questions. We're going to get you out of here as soon as possible. I know this is a hard time for you, but I just have a couple of questions to ask. What makes you think Ashton Banks would shoot your husband?
Simple. My husband didn't want to be with him anymore.
So, they've had a relationship?
Yeah.
Can you explain what kind of relationship?
A sexual relationship.
No, we were good. I had no reason to retaliate against Clint.
But your fingerprints are on the gun. How you doing today, Mr. Newman?
I'm great.
Just have a couple of questions to ask you. Of course, you know what happened to Mr. Saunders.
I'm not for sure what are you talking about.
Well, just to give you a little bit of insight, today he was shot in his own home.
Really?
Would you know anything about that?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. What I'm trying to figure out is why am I here?
Just have a couple of questions to ask you to those who are, close with the Davenports. Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship?
We're friends. We had a thing going on, but nothing I care to elaborate on.
Hey, Victor, how's it going?
Things are good. How you doing? How the kids doing?
Oh, the kids are great. Don't mean to bother you today, but something happened today. We just had to bring you in just to make sure everything's all right, but I'm pretty sure you'll be out of here real quick. We've got a call early afternoon about Mr. Saunders being shot in his apartment. Would you know anything about that?
No clue. Interesting.
So you're telling me that Ashton Banks and your husband had a sexual relationship?
What do you think? It wasn't a friendship.
Well, when you say thing, can you tell me what
We were having an affair.
An affair?
An affair, yes we were.
We've heard, and after interrogating him, that you and him had several confrontations. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Mr. Banks came to my office and threatened me, put his hands on me, tried to force me to divorce my husband. Of course I told Clint about it, and I'm sure Clint confronted him about it.
Can you tell me your relationship with Mr. Saunders? I know you guys have done business in
We've done business, but what does this have to do with me?
We're just asking a couple of questions. We see that you've been, around the Davenports quite recently, and just wanted to know, what's been going on with you guys.
Who gives a shit? I do business with them. I've done business with them for years. So what does that have to do with me? Actually, why am I here?
We just asked you a couple of questions, Victor. Can you tell me where were you that day? What time of when Mr. Saunders was shot?
I was with some of my employees. I can vouch for that. They can vouch for me.
Aren't you best friends with Mrs. Davenport?
I was.
Can you give us any other information that will help us with this case, man?
Well, you have all the information that you need, Mr. Detective. I came home. He was in my home, standing over my husband's body with a gun. My husband was shot. How much more information do you need? Are you guys that incompetent?
You know what this is for? Is Joe here?
Joe's here.
Let me talk to Joe. I mean, because this is ridiculous. It has nothing to do with me.
One more question before I bring him in. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you know anybody that would want to shoot Mr. Saunders?
I have no clue, and I don't fucking give a shit.
I apologize. We'll try to take care of this case as fast as possible.
Yeah, from this point on, you'll speak to my attorney because I'm done talking to you.
Listen, tell us that you did it, and we can get this over with.
Why would I agree to something that I didn't do?
Do you know you could be charged with first-degree murder?
Look, I'm innocent. I didn't do it.
I'm going to ask you a very important question, Mr. Newman.
And that is?
And I hope you can be very truthful with me. Did you shoot Clint?
Did I shoot him? I wish I would have. I wish I would have emptied every fucking bullet in that asshole. He deserved it. Whoever shot him. A round of applause.